So before we add the garlic, I want to add a liquid because all these heavy ingredients have started to dry out the mixture. And we really need something to sort of keep the dip from sticking to the inside of the blender. So the next thing I'm going to add is the miso. Now I found this at Stop and Shop for $3. But again, you could probably find it anywhere. It's served in Asian restaurants. It's usually in the international section of the supermarkets. But if you have any questions, you can ask, like somebody at the customer service. So of this, I need 2.5 tablespoons. I have this cute little measuring cup right here that I'm going to measure into. I'm going to measure 1/2. I'm going to stop at 2 right now because they don't go up in half increments. So I'm going to add 2 and then I'll add another 1/2. So now I'm going to pour this into here. And like I said, this is going to help keep my dip moist, okay? And it's going to keep it from sticking to the insides of my blender. Okay. Miso, by the way, smells really good, but it's quite strong, so that you want to make sure that you're exact in the 2.5 measurement, okay? You do not want more than 2.5 tablespoons, because it's potent, for sure. Alright, now, I've already started to chop up my garlic, but just so you can see what it looks like, this is 3 clovers right here, okay? I'm going to add 1 more because the recipe does call for 3 to 4 clovers of garlic. So, this is the equivalent of 1 clove of garlic, okay? So it looks like a lot, and it kind of is, but garlic is super flavorful, and it will really give your bean dip an extra kick. So I'm chopping it up kind of small, because it just makes it easier and it makes it go a little faster if things are already sort of diced and sliced. The key to this bean dip is that it's as smooth as possible. So you want to avoid chunks of things. Try to get it as pureed as possible as far as the onions and the garlic go. It makes it harder when you're using raw beans because the raw beans, as you noticed before, don't blend very well. But if you soak them for 5 to 10 minutes prior to trying to blend everything together, it really does help. It really makes it go faster and it makes everything a lot smoother in texture. Alright, so add my garlic and my miso. Next, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And that would be... There you go, grab that. Hopefully I have enough in this bad boy. Let's see. I'm going to rinse out my cup instead of using a new measuring cup. I'm just going to rinse out this one and reuse it. So I need 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I have just enough. Beautiful. So I let that go in. And then it calls for lemon juice. Now you can easily buy lemon juice in a supermarket and use that. I prefer to actually use lemon. Again, it's going back to that whole organic thing. And then you can reuse your lemon for garnish in the hummus. You can reuse it for cooking. The actual lemon, it can be squeezed over other foods. And if you stick it in a Ziploc bag and stick it in your fridge, it's fine for a couple of days. So, for the lemon, it calls for, how much lemon do I need? 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. So that's going to be easy enough. Now, the hard part is going to be squeezing it out. But you can do it if you try. That one slice of lemon right here, this one little quarter, just got me half a tablespoon. So it really doesn't need to be that much. It smells so good. So once you finish squeezing that out, okay. And again, these ingredients, the lemon, the garlic, and the onion, are all ingredients that you can sort of play with the amount because they're used to flavor the hummus. So if you want more lemony flavor, add more lemon. If you want more of a garlic flavor, try adding 5 cloves instead. Alright, so let's blend this bad boy and see how it goes. Those are all of our ingredients. We've got everything in there. Now we just have to blend it. Okay, so for the last ingredient, I almost forgot this one, is the tahini, the sesame seed paste. So all it needs is 1/4 cup. It smells like peanut butter, and it kind of looks and feels like peanut butter, but organic peanut butter, the kind that has the oil that sits on the top, so you may have to stir it a little first. Once you've stirred it and got it sort of going, just pour 1/4 cup. Dip it in, and we'll blend it together. Okay, once you finish that, you take your bowl and you proceed to pour it in. The next part is to chill this bad boy. You may need a little encouragement. So I like to go like this. Now, as a garnish, I like to use a little parsley. It just gives it a little extra something. It makes it look nice. And then I sprinkle just a smidge of paprika. Very, very, very small amount, because paprika is one heck of a burst of flavor. And there you go. When you're done, you stick it in the fridge. It should look a little like that. It looks delicious. It can be served with chips. I usually prefer pita chips. Again, a very healthy organic snack. Sorry, choking on hummus. You can serve it with whatever your taste preference is. This is one of those recipes that allows for a little leeway as far as what your personal preferences are. I prefer more lemon, so I added more lemon. Some people really like garlic, so they'll add more garlic. It's really up to you. As you go along, taste it. If you think it doesn't have enough of something, add more. If you think it's got too much, add something to counterbalance that. Okay? Once you're done, like I said, stick it in the fridge, and this will last up to 3 days. So you have dip. You can take it with you to lunch. Take it to a picnic, which is what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to a vegan picnic. Stay tuned for that video. And you'll all get to see my hummus being enjoyed by lots and lots of people. So, have a good night. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoy the next videos to come.